Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Cynthia and today's video is going to be a journal with me video. I am almost done this journal. I only have a few more spreads to do in there, and so I'm pretty excited. I'm excited to share a flip through. Now, there's a lot of videos that I uploaded on my Instagram from this journal, but there's also a lot of spreads that I did on my own that I didn't take the time to record. So here I was just showing you a little bit of what's left in there, but today I want to be working with these pages, and I'm just trying to find something to place under my journal so that it's a little bit more leveled, as it's almost full. But this journal was such a pleasure to create in. It was created by Kylie from Paper Daisy Journal, and I'll have her information listed down below. She makes really beautiful journals. And so here I'm just getting all ready. As always, I have some elements that I want to create with. I've selected some pieces from various Happy Mails that I've received over the past year. And I just want to be working around with some of them. There's this little paper bag that's bound into the journal, and I don't know what it is. I cannot seem to make black work in my journals. I really wanted to keep at least one of the sides of the journal as is, but I can't do it. So I'm just gonna find a way to cover it. But I thought I was gonna use this little envelope that Brianna created, but I ended up not wanting, the back of it is so beautiful, so I didn't want to cover it, and then I didn't want to lose the flap because that's really pretty too. So I was really torn, and ultimately I decided to just insert it into the envelope. Yeah, that's what I decided to do. So now I'm left with having to figure out something again to cover the envelope. So I'm just going to addition a few different pieces and then see where that leads me. I hope you're all doing really well. These are some of the, well, this is one of the, oh my goodness, this is one of the first videos that I've been recording in my new space, on my new desk. So please obviously let me know if there's anything that you think needs improvement. I'm not quite sure yet if I want to continue to record on or film on this little doily, but I don't know if the wood of my desk is a little bit too dark, so I'm just trying to figure out what I want to do. So if you have any feedback, I'm happy to hear it. Otherwise, I thank you so much for joining me today and supporting my channel. It really means a lot to me. Now I'm just going through more elements, trying to figure out what to do on the bag, but finding some elements also that I want to use as journaling spaces inside of the envelope. And I kind of sped through this process because honestly I just spent a lot of time just additioning different pieces and trying to find something that's going to really work. It did take a while, so I go back and forth between working on that and then starting to work on the next page, just because I felt a little bit stuck and just really didn't know what I wanted to do. grabbed a couple images that had colors that would marry well with what I was already using, and that also kind of like had a good imagery for what I wanted to be journaling about. That's often how I choose my images that I want to be working with. I really enjoy using images. I think I've talked about this before, but I enjoy using imagery rather than pictures. First off, because it's more affordable. Printing out pictures, since I don't have like a printer for that at home, is quite expensive, and I don't necessarily have pictures that reflect the emotions that I'm wanting to journal about. And because I journal about my emotions, I find that some imagery from books can really kind of mirror that for me, and it may not be as obvious to others as well, which is something I do like, because then if someone is going through my journal, or like whenever I post pictures and I want to keep some things more private, well, my writing is kind of hard to read and the imagery can be kind of open for interpretation. I see it as like different people can read the same poem and understand different things from it, right? So I really like that about it, how my journaling becomes a little bit more of an artwork rather than a very concrete subject that is like written about. That's how I approach journaling, and that's what like works for me. Obviously, like that's personal to whoever you are, and perhaps that's not how you journal, and that's like 100% okay. I just want to share a little bit of my thought behind how I create my spreads and why I choose to work with the elements that I like to work with. So here I've added a few more elements to journal on afterwards, and I use this little sticker there. It's like a vellum sticker, and I just thought the colors were going to be working nicely. And I'm going to use my pen to kind of draw a border around it, just to add a little bit of something to it, because it just seemed like a little bit bland, and I didn't really know like what to put around it so that it stands out a little bit more. Now going back to these pages, I'm still not really sure if I like the composition. I really like that tuck with the lace on the side. So, but at the same time, like I don't really have something that fits nicely into it. And I had this tag which would have worked, but then I couldn't really use the image nicely. And so I decided to only like layer it a little bit over the image, and that's okay. You know, like sometimes there might be a pocket in your journal, and it's okay that it just looks like that it's just a pocket in there and that you don't add something into it. You don't have to add something into everything that was meant to be something, right? Like every pocket doesn't need to serve its purpose. It's okay to just look pretty, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And here I'm just adding a little like it's really pretty little flower. It's like partly from paper, partly from fabrics. That came in a Happy Mail from Sarah. And I'm just gonna start kind of writing here and there, and halfway through I'll decide to glue down the the image that I have on that other page. And then before I'm able to write, I need to make sure that my little elements in this pocket or in this little envelope have some sort of backing that I'm actually able to write on. So for example, this little vellum sticker, I wasn't going to be able to write in the back of it, so I end up just sticking it on a piece of a like blank paper that's just from like cutting out pictures from it. So this way I'm able to journal a little bit on the back of it. And that's pretty much all that I do in this video. You're going to see some close-up of the end results, of course, but I thank you so much for joining me while I craft, and I'll let you enjoy the rest with some music. I hope that you're all doing really well, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye now. Thank you.